Right now that we have the book to translate the Elvish book for relics, we are not going back. And,
those apostates near Hire.
These two.
It's terrible what they did to him.
They say he was force-fed so much lyrium he was bleeding from the eyes. His brain was liquefied in his skull.
Jesus Christ.
Can lyrium really do that?
It can kill you, but... well, you know how rumors are. Those pisses give us all a bad name. Now some Templar would take it out on an innocent mage and start the cycle all over again.
Complete the cycle. I don't know where that's from, but I feel like saying that. So anyway, we found the book. We're now going to translate everything. And oh yeah, this guy.
Who let a dog in here? And what are you doing? Be careful.
Oh, it's this dude. Leave my dog alone. And that's where you go. No, you're in my light. That's right.
Like you could probably squash
You're
me
in my
like a
light.
gnat. I can't sit by while you mishandle innocent tomes. You're bending the book too much. It'll crack the spine and cause the pages to fall out.
Oh,
Just
Jesus.
thinking about it is making me dizzy.
You're that kind of guy. Okay. Look, I'm in the middle of something very important right now. Could you just fuck off?
Browsing the chapter on the Illuvians. No one's actually found one, you know.
You know what Illuvian is?
It's Old Elvish for seeing glass. Mirror.
Okay. What else do you know about this? Do I go with that? Yeah. there we
Illuvian
go.
isn't just any mirror. It's a special kind. When the Imperium sacked Arlathan, they took these mirrors and tried to unlock their power. But all they could use them for was communication over long distances.
So why would... No, I think I go with, the rest is something else. Yep.
No one's ever seen a mirror like this. There could be something that Taventa's cooked up for all we know.
My people crossed paths with another Dalish clan not too long ago.
Oh.
2 of their young hunters encountered a strange mirror in some ruins.
Oh, what a
One
coincidence.
disappeared, the other became deathly ill.
Wow,
They never
okay.
found the one, and the other died. They left for Reldon and traveled north to forget their sorrows.
So these mirrors are dangerous?
I've never read anything about the Illuvians making people ill. But what became of the mirror?
Shattered. Destroyed.
Why?
It was corrupted by the Darkspawn.
Oh.
Beyond
you can
hope
get
of
corrupted?
recovery.
The
They did
mirror
it to
can get
protect
corrupted.
others.
Interesting.
Even broken, it could be used to find the others. No, don't get ahead of yourself, Finn. You have to be sure.
What? What do you know?
This is so exciting. We have to get to the repository. Hadley has the key. Come on.
Okay. And he joins the group. And for whatever reason, he automatically puts on Cleansing Aura, which is a really weird thing to do. And if I'm looking at the skills correctly, he looks like he has exactly like what Wynn would have. For the most part, the majority of these skills are for Wynn. Except for the glyphs at the end and a few others in between. But a lot of these skills are like in the same place as what Wynn's abilities were. I was like, wow, that is odd. Not sure why that's a thing, but I'm not gonna complain. Makes it easier the transition.
You hear what's going on up in Kirkwall?
Oh, Kirkwall, that's right. They mentioned this.
In the Free Marches, don't. Half of Ferelden fled there in the Blight. They say there's a refugee camp twice as big as the city. Whole place is run by Templars, though, so no one is getting in. They heard what happened here, made them kind of jumpy.
Everyone's a critic.
So the reason why I'm pointing out the fact that they're
Look,
talking about
Finn, he fetched
Kirkwall
me
is because that'll
flour.
be the second game. I think this is...
It's very pretty. Slobbery, but pretty.
He keeps putting on
You
Cleansing
should
Aura.
just tell him to fetch a Morrigan. It would save us a lot of trouble.
N, that's right. Or not N, it's the backslash. Yeah, so I turn off this ability. Not sure why they would have Cleansing Aura on, because it does drain quite a bit of mana. And I don't know if the healing is enough to warrant the fact that it drains, like, a bitch ton of mana. And yes, it's
Hadley,
just below crap
just the
ton
man I was looking for.
on the metric scale,
Not looking
obviously.
very hard, were you? I'm always here.
Good one. So I need to go into the repository.
No.
No?
Just flat out.
Why
Fuck
not?
off.
I'm not some drooling apprentice.
It's because of me, isn't it?
No.
Let's not get
The
racist,
Sentinels
okay,
have
come
been
on.
behaving erratically, so the repository is locked for everyone's safety.
Oh, okay.
Well then, sorry for bothering you.
What happened to them?
Unfortunately, we are still not sure yet. The repository isn't crucial to the daily functioning of the Circle.
So you just left it?
We've left it until
Oh,
we can
okay.
spare more men.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'll help with this.
Oh, very well. It's your necks. But before you go, what's so important down there?
The statue. It knows things about Tevinter, and I need to speak to it.
All right. Be careful and keep the mess to a minimum.
You know that talking to inanimate objects is a sign of insanity.
Maybe.
Not when it talks back.
You think the statue talks to you?
It's complicated. It wasn't always a statue. You'll see.
Wasn't always a statue. I don't think we ever actually walked down that path. So I don't know if we ever figure out what he means by wasn't just a statue at one point. Because we do run into something else different. Well, we do run into the statue, but not for quite. I don't think we get it up to it until like probably next video. Because as always, something's gotta ruin the day.
Time for more practice.
I think we like get introduced to it, but we don't actually talk and have the conversation they're talking about. So yeah, these are the Corrupted Sentinels. This is actually a pretty cool area because the Corrupted Sentinels are sort of like zombies, in the fact that they don't technically die, but and they can get revived, as you see. And then in order to kill them, you have to somehow destroy the corrupted veil that appears, or the veiled tear. Not really sure what swinging a sword at a veiled tear, a tear is. You know, like, it's a tear between realities, and we're just swinging a sword at it. Not sure how that works, but I will not argue with that. And I think you can even stun it, and, you know, I think you can stun it. But once you clear the tear, it'll clear up these guys. And there are 6 tears.
The rips in the veil if we can.
And I think I find, yeah, the collection of old vials up here after I stop looting things. They give you a lot of health potions and a lot of mana potions. I don't know if I'm not sure if this was the first DLC or what, but
This used to be where the phylacteries of the apprentices were stored. They've been moved to a more secure location. We don't even know where they are anymore.
I hope you don't. That way you would then know how to escape. So, well, not escape, but just break your philanthropy and run off. That would not be fun. No, I want the order of them. Come on. Ah, there you go. Order. I assume this one is going to be like one of the first. Actually, no. Actually, it's not. So it goes Darkspawn Chronicles or 2, but this one will be more fresh on your mind. Liliana's Song, then Awakening, and then Golems, and then Witch Hunt. So technically, I've done the first and last DLCs already.
Reached. I see the encroaching darkness.
So here's a statue.
Wow. It does talk.
Either that or we've all gone insane.
Hello?
The shadow will consume all.
What are you talking about?
A hunger, a cage, a yawning void. Help me.
You could say it's almost like a tear.
Something is causing it distress. The tears in the veil, most likely. The statue's useless.
For some reason, I thought the veil was called the Void in this game for like a split second, even though we fought with a thing called the Veil. The fact that I did that weird zooming shot in, I assumed that there was something horrifyingly bad gonna happen to this. Ah, it's a landmark device. So, I guess since I didn't have the dog in my party, I didn't really understand what the landmark items were. So when I found this, I was like, your hound seems particularly invested in this item. I was like, I thought I could talk to him. I thought this was one of those moments, because I did read that you can make the dog go hunt and search things, like dig stuff up to find items. This is not one of those moments, but I thought it was. So I was like, okay, I can just go over to the dog, or I can talk to the dog, but it wouldn't let me for some reason. I guess because it's the DLC and they don't want. I guess it would be like a favor thing, raising someone's favor. And since we're only doing like a partial port of this game, which makes no sense, partial portion, yep. As opposed to just a partial portion, because this was actually much shorter than Liliana's song, so I guess it does make some sense. But since they don't have favor, I guess we don't really have conversations between, and therefore they have more conversations like in game with each other. But for whatever reason, Dog has some various landmarks that you can interact with.
Well, I guess he has to go
and he
somewhere.
pees on them. And he gets a buff called the Marbury Dominant, and it gives him more aggression in a fight. And I think it makes him more of a target, which is such an odd thing to ever have. Um, I think that's for every single landmark. I don't know if it's just for the landmarks in this DLC, because as I said, I didn't have dog during the main campaign, so all of this seemed really odd and really new to me. I was like, wait, what the balls is going on? Why are you just peeing on things? I did just stun the Veiled Hair. Not sure if that makes it stick around longer. I don't think it does, but regardless, I wanted to see if it was gonna work. I don't know if they give stats to this tears, or if they're just like flat amount of health. Not really sure, but it is interesting that I can backstab a tear and then break it with my sword. And for whatever reason, these guys continued fighting for a little while. The game was like, oh, let me double check you killed that tear, okay? Just give me like 3 more seconds, okay, dude? It's very important that I double check this. My math was off. I forgot to carry over the 1. And I think now I'm just going to be looting stuff and killing more. That's right, they have these wizards. They've got their own wizards. This guy is a pain in the butt. I think he puts me in a crushing prison before I can kill him. I think it's crushing prison. There's one mage. Oh my god, there's one mage who gets really annoying. He has like a bunch of stuns. No, it's a glyph of paralysis. That's what it is. But there was this one mage who kept pushing me back during the fight, like knockback. He kept doing that. I think Poopbutt didn't get a single hit off on the guy because I kept getting pushed back. And I just marked a tear. Don't know if that carries over. I can't see the buffs or debuffs on enemies, so I don't know if it continues. I mean, I probably would be able to, because Mark of Death has like this red circle, but considering the Veiled Hair is red or pinkish, magenta-ish, I'd say it's reddish. It's kind of hard to see if the Mark of Death debuff is still on him or not. And again, I'm still having to fight these guys. Okay, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, I thought I killed the tear. Why am I still killing these guys? Okay, there you go. I love how that guy was frozen and then gets back up. It's like, okay, that was nothing. Move along, citizens. Nothing to see here. I don't think there's too many items. There are a few items that get moved over. I think particularly a bow. I don't know the name of it at the top of my head. It's been a few days since I've recorded the footage, so it's... And since most of my characters, except for one, don't use or bows in general, and Liliana's been using a crossbow since I think since we picked up our first crossbow, just because it was always better. It always did more damage, more armor pen, just overall better, and more glyphs of paralysis. Since I did not get dog during the main game, I decided to play dog as much as I could. I was trying to find the one where he jumps on people and starts mauling their face off. Turned out that was not the one, and I closed the door, my friend, because for some reason I felt like that was necessary. For our survival, I was like, we need to just destroy this. I did see the sentinel outside, and I was like, where the fuck did the Veiled Hair go? It went all the way back, and it does not stun, apparently. Okay. If you stun it, it doesn't count, like, in it fading. You can't just, like, stun it just to stop it from fading. That would have been cool, though. Wouldn't make much sense, but then again, I'm trying to close a tear with my swords. Not sure if that makes sense, but... oh yeah, the new Mage is also really, really good. I'm not sure if I'm just overpowered. I think everything is level 20, and I'm 21. So I don't think I have a huge level, like, I don't feel like I have a giant leg up in the fight, but I don't feel like I'm pressured as much as I was in the first game. Don't know if the combat's easier or what. But that is a really good item. I think this one carries over, this item. So I think it was like 10 magic, 10 willpower, 7 magic, 10 armor, 10 spell resistance. I was like, fuck yeah, that's great. And he doesn't have a hood, and it kind of fits. I kind of like the match. It's weird that, like, most of the headdresses and mages' outfits really look stupid sometimes. They don't look as badass as some of the other sets, because they're supposed to be like mages' outfits, and they're just like, I don't know,
Ready and waiting.
cloth and the robes and everything. And that's in all 3 games. They don't really improve the cloth. They always look sort of weird to me. That's just my own personal thing. And I used to play mages, that's why I mentioned it. Because when I was playing, I think it was a female mage, she had this weird headdress on that went like backwards, and I was like, what the fuck kind of headdress is that? Why is this a thing? Mage's clothes, man. They've never had a battle mage. I've never had like a game where they've like, okay, battle mage, and I don't mean like, because I think there's a class in Awakening called battle mage, but I'm pretty sure that they don't have like a mage that wields a sword. It's always like, oh, okay, if you want to do battle mage, you do like elemental spells. But I want like a mage in like full, like half armor. I guess the best way to put it is Hawk's armor from Dragon Age 2. I just want a mage in that armor in an actual game instead of like having these weird like robe dresses things they have. Regardless, we our closing fails.
The Sentinels should stop trying to kill us now.
Should.
Let's get back to the statue.
Good. That's good. That's good to